Well, I'm about to head up to try a new tune on the ECU I just put in. For hopefully this time it will fix the ESP problem I had. I have to pull the fuse first because, well, as we have to reset the ECU to make it work. There we go. Pull off the battery charger. Those cables for that battery charger are not rated for 15 amps, that's for sure. They got hot. So nothing yet. Well, no lights, no check engine light, no ESP warning light, no ABS warning light, so I guess I'm good. That was easy. Oh my god, those goddamn Alright, so let's try this out. Also, I have a lot of things in my car, so this will be a lot of torque for the engine. Well, no warning lights. I also installed a new boost gauge which shows PSI, not bar, because this old one here, which is actually from Speed Parts, shows only bar. Oh my god, that goddamn thing. Facebook, man, Facebook. Well, first of all, I'm gonna let the engine warm up a tiny bit before I do any pulls. So I'm gonna go over that way and just run the car normally. I also put on a new cat, a used cat, which I had for my old car, and along with a rear muffler delete, because that rear muffler is somewhat restrictive. Well, not really, but it's the smallest muffler in the car with the smallest pipe diameter. So I deleted that. So I just have a straight pipe just going like janky, like diesel style, like going down the bumper, like down to the ground from the side. But it sounds pretty cool though. It's like has some grunt to it. So I got a lot of vacuum now. I got negative 20 psi that vacuum, or INHEG or whatever that is. I don't know what that's vacuum for sure, but negative 21 there. I believe that's my old gauge. Actually shows the same thing. No, that shows actually in bars. Well, so far so good. Doesn't seem like to do anything weird. Car seems fine. Gas pedal seems fine. That goddamn Facebook is still telling me about some post I posted, or some things I said on a Facebook post on a sub forum. So it's a bit of traffic. So what I'm gonna do is, wow, I got 10 psi on the second gear there. So that's something. What I did was increasing the torque on all gears, or not third, fourth, and fifth, because those have max torque. Or rather, third gear in an automatic car does not have max torque. It has almost max torque, but fourth and fifth have the max torque. That's when you see 1 bar of boost, like on this thing. So, but third, second, and first, you usually see that it peaks around 0.7 bar or 0.8. 0.7, 0.8 bar. So I'm going to put it in sport mode because that increases the throttle response quite a bit. Also, it makes the car accelerate a bit better. And also, it changes the parameter on the gearbox. That's 10 psi on the second gear, so it's evident that it still has torque limiters on. Or it could be that the things I saw in fourth gear was overboost, but I only thought that was fifth gear. So but ESP warning light is gone. What if I push the ESP button and I can turn it off? Okay, so it works. So this place here has a bit higher speed limit, so it's actually possible to do some pulls. There you go. Get 10 psi stable and 11 psi. Very fast. Oh my god. It's funny what you can do with a 2.3 liter just upgrading the turbo and the software. Oh my god. That does some. And that exhaust, did you hear that thing? So I'm gonna put it in manual mode in second gear so you can hear it. That was 15 psi. So in manual mode, it clearly runs better, or it could boost higher in manual mode. So that's interesting. Jesus Christ, this is just a fun car now. Also, what I noticed when I installed the tune last time, when I didn't have ESP, that the fuel consumption went down actually quite a bit. Usually on extra urban, I got this is a European car, so I got 100. How do you say that? Yeah, I got 7 liters per 100 kilometers, so that's 0.7 liters per 10 kilometers, or per 1 European mile. And that's usually what I got earlier when the stock tune. When I tuned it, I got actually 6. This is interesting. I took the same route, same traffic amount, probably the same weather actually, and I got 6 out of 6 liters per 100 kilometers. But that, as I said, this is very careful driving, all of it. Like both times, very careful driving. I was not pushing the gas pedal to increase my speed as fast as possible. I was keeping it very steady. And the same route, I actually went down from 7 liters per 100 kilometers to 6 liters per 100 kilometers. And that is approximately the same that I have on old Toyota. So that's really good. And it's automatic as well. I also had it only in drive without sport mode. So it's very interesting actually that this car can achieve that kind of fuel economy. But of course it's a turbo car, so it's what I do notice is when I push the pedal and release, the whole front just sags down. because of it's so much torque. Some people thought it was weird that my car lifted the front when I accelerated, even though my car is a front-wheel drive car. And that is simply because the torque. It moves the weight from the car backwards on the rear wheels, and the front gets kind of less weight on them due to the torque, due to all the weight it's moving backwards, like the gravity and stuff. So yeah, the things I have in my car now, in terms of the acceleration and stuff, I have a whole shelf in my rear seat here, which I have to get inside. It's not that heavy really, but it's still taking up space and stuff. So, and I also have a couple of rims and tires in the back. So, and a subwoofer, dual 10-inch Pioneer thingies. And some other miscellaneous stuff like a laptop, some tools. So the car is a bit heavier than normal. One thing I do notice with this Saab is that, or my Saabs, after I put on an open air filter and all different recirculation valve, people turn heads. It's a head turner, especially when I go. So, the backfires. Oh, that was nice. Some rumbling from the exhausts. Oh, that's a cool Opel. Man, that was cool. That was an old man driving it as well. That guy has a flat tire. So I'm gonna go straight ahead here. But this Volkswagen parked really stupidly. Still have a manual mode so get some. Oh, I drove something. Oops. There's a bottle or something. Yeah, head turner. Yep. Check. So much fun. Hardly give it any throttle as boost. The 2.3 liter is way better on with the TD04 turbo, that's for sure. Nice bus driver. Let's turn off aircon, that uses power. Oh, car works better. Work way better. Rumbling from the exhaust. Oh, such a great time. I want to get a different because I still have the stock mid silencer, and I've seen that there are kits that you can buy that has a rear or mid silencer, like a full stainless system with a mid silencer delete. So that's cool. Yeah, the car flutters because of the turbo, and that's because that recirculation valve has a bigger stiff spring in it, and it does not have the reverse function that the stock valve has. That both sides of the valves will push the valve open or suck the valve open or something. to make sure that the car doesn't flutter, because the since this is a electronic throttle car with no idle control, just using the throttle. It doesn't get full vacuum in the intake before a little while after you release the throttle, because it wants to make sure that you have a nice and even release of the throttle. See, right? So yeah, car works. How about it? That's nice. And my car has almost soon driven 3, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 kilometers. That's a really cool van or RV. Holy shit, that's so cool. It's a big one as well. Never see those in Norway. Only see very few of them. So yeah, that's that. Thanks for watching, and that's a tuning success. That's a 260 horsepower software I put on this thing. So it will probably adapt after a while. I'm also going to try to go to Sweden soon with this car, and I'm going to put on the E85 software on it. Because this car already has an aftermarket fuel pump. So it'll be cool, interesting to see how this car runs on the E85. Will probably smell a lot better. That's one thing. Yeah, that's nice. Yeah, great car. Love it. So I got it tuned, and it works. And I have ESP again. Woo!